friends. Hope you're doing well. Monitor's a little crooked. Fixed it. Now it feels crooked still. So, today, Black Cherry Zevia, in case you're wondering. Probably my favorite non-refrigerated flavor. You can really taste the cherry or whatever flavoring. I mean, it's obviously not real cherries. Some kind of natural flavor. Maybe it is real cherries. I don't know how natural flavors works. Anyway, today, let's talk about money. I got 99 problems, and I think money is, right now, it's one of those things where it's like, money can't solve happiness, but it would solve almost all of my problems right now. Because, tell me if you feel this way too, I feel like I'm doing okay. Like, I'm not starving, and I'm very grateful that, like, I'm doing okay. I have work done that owes me money. I have work coming, including tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday if I want it, and then next week I have several days of work. I've got money coming in from YouTube. You know, I've got a couple channels turning in some money, and that's nice. And the stock market, it ebbs and flows, but I'm more up than I was 2 years ago, for sure. So it's like things are going okay, you know, and that. But at the same time, it's like I want to buy a house. Like, my health is, I'm having health problems, you know, stuff with my toe, stuff with the diabetes. Now I have high blood pressure, and it's just like, you know, like, it's one of those things. I gotta go take my car to the mechanic here to get an oil change, and I'm sure there's gonna be something, you know, wrong with it, because that's how it always goes. It's like when you start to like have a little bit of little something, it's like, oh, it always goes back to the fucking car, right? So it's like, I don't know, you know. So I watched, there's a guy, excuse me, he's a filmmaker. I like YouTuber, whatever you want to call him. I think YouTubers are filmmakers anymore. It's like vloggers. This stuff is not necessarily making films, but a lot of the YouTubers out there are making films, I think. Anyway, that's being pedantic and putting labels on shit. We don't really care that much. Guy's name's Van Neistat. You might know his brother Casey Neistat. Van, I always liked his films better. They had a TV show together on HBO called The Neistat Brothers. Watching that is what got me into filmmaking stuff. Just because it made everything seem very approachable. Anyway, Van Neistat started a channel recently, egged on by his brother, I think. I don't know the story, don't care. But he's making stuff, and it's very good. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I could make stuff like that. But he made a video that I watched today. This is an old video. He didn't make it recently. I think if you go on his channel, it's called like Deepest Desires or something like that. But it talks about a film, an old Tarkovsky film called Stalker, and the TLDR is basically the stalker takes people to a place that fulfills their wildest desire, and it is sort of like, it's like, what if you found out your wildest desire was money? You know, it's like, is that all you live for, is just to get money? It's like, what's the point of that? And I feel like right now there's like, I'm hyper focused on money because I feel like I'm just I'm like surviving. Like, I'm doing okay, but I want to be doing better than okay. You know what I mean? And so at the same time, it means that I'm kind of just saying yes to like every job that comes down, and I feel like I'm not making work I'm super proud of. Like, I enjoy making ASMR videos. They're fun to make. I just put out a video on my white noise channel that's 10 hours of circle scratching, and like, that's fun to make, and you can be a little cinematic with it to a degree, you know, the lighting, and like is I could, improve the lighting. There's not much I can really do about the background. Like, if you've been watching for a while, since moving to this apartment, I have been not stoked about all the background choices, and I've pretty much shot in each available space. There's just not a good way to do it. And that's like, one of many reasons why I want a house, is to have a space that I have a lot more control over what I can do to improve the production value, make stuff I'm a little more proud of. And, if this helps people relax, this helps people, I do some self-development topics. If I'm improving your life, like, that's great. And that has always kind of been my true north on a compass, is to just, like, honestly, I when I set out to be in photography and making videos and stuff, it was like, I want to help people, like, get the goals. Like, what are you trying to do? I want to help get you there. I want to be essentially a stalker. That's what the name of the movie Van Neistat references, the Tarkovsky movie. In the movie, this guy, his name is Stalker. He takes people to the place, and it's like, yes, if you watch the Van Neistat thing, like, all of it just, like, clicked with me. I'm like, all that, yep. He says it way better than I ever could. Go watch his video. It's pretty good. It's pretty relaxing too. His videos are real chill. But yeah, it's like, I feel driven to make money right now, and it's like, how can you do that? Like, I would like to do it in a way that is enjoyable and is kind of on my own terms. Like, that's a big part of it, and that's why YouTube is kind of pushing. I feel like called to do it. And then also I have a lot of fun doing these videos. I have fun with the white noise videos, going out finding sounds, recording them, experimenting with, to some degree, with filming and with the video and stuff. And so that's fun, but I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not, like, super proud of it. Like, I am helping people, because I get comments on my white noise videos all the time that are just like, I fall asleep to this video every night. And I'm like, that's the whole point of me starting that channel, was 7-8 years ago. Like, I couldn't sleep, and all the white noise videos on YouTube at the time were, like, really shitty. They've gotten a lot better, but back then they were real shitty, and I was like, I could do better than this. So I did, and that pays off. That channel makes me a couple $100 a month. So it's like, you help enough people, you get paid. And there's some good balance there. But it's like, it's like, I don't know if just helping people should make me feel pretty good. I'm helping people sleep. That's like one of the most valuable things you can do, I think, because most people don't sleep well, don't get enough sleep, need more sleep, me included. And there's all kinds of health benefits associated with sleeping better. So it's like, if I could do that, like, statistically, I'm improving people's lives and their health to a fairly good chunk. Like, I'm not, like, solving cancer or anything, but I am helping people stay healthy longer, or have better outcomes if they already have issues. And that's pretty fucking cool when you sit back and think about it. You're like, damn. And I've got 2,000 subscribers on this channel, 3,500 on the other one, so that's like 5,000, assuming there's not a lot of crossover, but I'm sure there's some crossover. But you're like, damn. And, like, my best videos got, I don't know, 500,000 views, something like that. And you're like, fuck. Like, if that helped 1%, 1% of those 500,000 views, 500,000, 1%, that's 5,000 views. Like, that's 5,000 good nights of sleep. Like, that's really fucking cool. What are you talking? It's like 15 years. It's my math, something like that. It's like 15 years for one person, good nights of sleep. Like, obviously that's not how the breakdown works, but, like, damn. that I want to do. I need more money to do it. And I don't know how to really go about that and to do it on my own terms. But it seems like doing it on my own terms means creating work I'm not like super proud of, because I feel like I'm just shoveling content out. Like, to some degree, the ASMR channel, it's like make a video every day. But I really enjoy sitting and talking to the camera, sitting and talking to you lovely people, and you know, sometimes people leave comments and we get a little nice back and forth over several videos, and that's great. I like doing that. But I like look at like some of the photos I've taken that I'm like really proud of, and I'm like, man, I want to be doing more of that, because like I know if I really like the photo that I took, other people like it too, and if people like your work, they give you money for it. You know, it tends to be how stuff like that works. Whereas this is more just like, I feel like the YouTube game in general is kind of just like, it's not necessarily a numbers game, because there are people out there that put out a video like, you know, once a week or every 2 weeks or every month or every 3 months, and you're like, oh fuck, it's one of those. And you go, you know, you think about channels like Every Frame of Painting, and you're like, the amount of work that goes into it. But it's like, you have to have that business to it too. You have to have the business sense of like, well, you can put out these amazing videos that take a ton of time, but like, you're not, even if they get 10 million views, you know, you're barely making rent then, after all the money, you know, all the time you put into it. And so it's like, well, I see that too, and I'm putting out a video almost every day, and it's like, I made $20 this month on this channel, and you're like, okay. It's like, if on the basis of it, it's like, I could get any job and work for like one shift, and it would make more money than this channel does in a month. And it's like, well, I enjoy it, so you have to take that into account. And it's an investment. Maybe this channel eventually gets big, but it's been 5 years, so I'm thinking like, it's probably not gonna happen. But I continue to enjoy it, and I'm gonna continue to do it, because I think it's kind of become my routine, and it kind of helps me like unspaghetti my brain a little bit. And I think I generate ideas from just sitting and talking to you folks, and clearly some of you at least get something out of it because people are watching. And maybe it's just a thing of like, I haven't quite found my audience, and I could say like, well, you've been doing it for 5 years, and you're like, yeah, but if you took out all the times where I took like a break for 6 months and didn't upload anything, and you look back at the, you know, when I was inconsistent, it's like, if I tried to be consistent about this for a year, and I put out a video a day for a year, like how different would the numbers be? Probably pretty different. So I guess I don't really know what the takeaway is. I know I need to be making more money. I know I have time. I have human capital to give. And I know I need to be, in my ideal world, I would like to be making cool shit with cool people and getting paid to do it. But the reality is, like, those jobs aren't super common. And I could be making not cool shit with cool people, and that's still pretty good. Those jobs are a little more common, and I like working on those jobs, and I'll do it as much as I can. But if I keep having problems with my feet, it's like the idea of being in filmmaking gets less realistic. It's like, I can't be on, you know, like, if you wanted to be on a reality show, if you wanted to crew on a reality show, for example, like, you're talking like 10 to 15 hour days for like 2 weeks, like just 14 days of like ba 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 ba, and it's like, my feet, I would have to turn that job down right now as much as I would want to do it. And it's a little better with commercial and corporate stuff, but that work like isn't usually as interesting. It's like setting up the same kind of setup for an interview, and like there's a degree of creativity, but then you shoot the B-roll, and it's like, okay, again, there's a degree of creativity, but mostly what you're doing is just like, it's another one of those. It's like another day at the hamburger store. Like, you might be able to tweak the recipes a little bit, but you still gotta kind of follow the menu because you're giving the guy what they paid for. And that's kind of filmmaking, video making. It's like, real filmmaking is, it's such a small percentage of the thing, and like all that work is not here, and so like I really can't go. I don't have the energy, I don't have the money to just pick up and move. I probably do have the money, but like the energy, I'm like 35, like I can't go be a PA in Los Angeles and work my way up, build the network, and get fucked a bunch again like I did when I started. I've built a network here, and it provides an income. It provides this apartment, it pays for this, which is cool. And so it's just like, well, you could do what you can here in Nebraska, and it's like, well, the problem in Nebraska is like there's not a lot of people that are serious about it, and there's not a lot of people that like, I feel like the people are hobbyists, and that's all they really want to be, and that's fine. They're just kind of, they're cosplaying filmmaking, because what they're not trying to make art, they're just trying to make films for fun, and that's fine. Like that's great. Like fuck, have a hobby. Fuck, God bless. But it's like that's not what I want to be doing, and so to try to find that compadre of people that are art and business minded, it's like that's such a small, narrow bridge. And it's like, how do you find people like that there are people that shoot corporate stuff in somewhat innovative ways, and that's something, but I feel like a lot of the time they're just doing the simple jobs hard in the hardest way possible. And like it does look good, and it can be nice and creative, and it's different, it's fresh, but I'm like, I don't know how much more proud, like if you're making a fucking video for a lawyer, you're making a fucking video for a lawyer, like it's only ever gonna be so good, and so I just like, I don't know what it is. It's like, how do I fix this problem of like the commerce and the art side of it? How do I make work that I'm very proud of and get paid to do it? And it's like, it seems like I've been blessed, and I've had a couple clients over the years, like there's a big art gallery in town that's given me a lot of money to do a lot of photography, but again, like those jobs are like once a month, if that, and you're like, okay, well, I can't take the $200 I make in 2 hours and pay my rent with that. I could pay some utilities, I could buy some groceries, but like at the end of the day, you still have to do kind of that boring jobs. So yeah, that's because I'm really just kind of talking in circles here at this point. It just seems like I'm not happy with how things are going. I'm not making work I'm proud of, but I'm also not making enough money to have the lifestyle I want, which I don't think is unobtainable. I mean, like, oh, you're a millennial and you want a house, good luck. Houses in Nebraska aren't that expensive. You can get like a top of the line house, not like a mansion, but like a pretty big fucking house, like a 3,000 square foot house for under $400,000. And if you took that same money in California, you're not getting fucking dick for you might be getting an apartment for $400,000. So it's like that. It's not crazy unreachable, but at the same time, like I look at my credit score went down like 60 points the last 2 months, and I have no fucking idea why. It's just like my credit utilization has been high for a while, just because I'm, like I get in these like depression modes, and I spend a lot of money on credit cards, and then I like have to dig my way back out. But like that's never dropped. It's what's happening is like it's a cascade of like, maybe my credit score was, the utilization was too high for too long, and then the credit cards I keep open with like zero balance, like all of a sudden are reducing my credit limits because I'm like not using them, and like, oh, they see you have a lot of utilization, and so that shrinks the credit score, and you're like, fuck. And so as I'm paying it off, my credit limits are going down, and you're just like, god damn it. And so it's like, if you want to buy a house, like I have a down payment, but I still have debt. And so part of me is like, do I just liquidate my stocks, pay off the debt, and then rebuild again? Or, just keep trying to add to the stocks, because the stocks a lot of them do pay dividends. And it's like eventually you get to the point where the stock dividends are more than the credit card payments, and that shit goes to zero. I mean, obviously I'm paying more than the minimum on my credit cards too. But I'm trying to do both things, which, I think really when it gets down to it is just that, like, there's common advice that's like empirically studied and like scientific, mathematically, it would make more sense for me to pull all my investments, pay off the debt, because that's like, a 20%, anywhere from, I think my credit cards are like 8 to 20%. Some of them are 0%. 8 to 23% interest. That's like a 23% return if I pay off all my highest cards. And that really should be what I'm doing, because I don't know. But there's a part of my brain that's like, you should be taking some risks. And it's like, paying off debt isn't making risks. So, maybe it just needs to be calibrated better. And maybe that's kind of the takeaway, is that when I think back to when I was happy creating, it was like 2012. And I was living at home because I couldn't afford. Actually, I think I'd moved out of my parents' house then. 10 years ago, I was 25 years old to move out, but whatever. I was broke in an apartment downtown. That I had a roommate who was paying most of the rent. God bless him, Chris. You're a great guy. I owe you a lot of money. I'm sorry. And I was going and I was shooting concerts. I was not getting paid, but I was getting into a lot of concerts for free. I was shooting models. I was experimenting. I was having fun. I was doing a lot of weird shit. I went on a tour to shoot music videos. That was a good year. 2012 was a really good year for me creatively. I made a lot of stuff I'm really proud of. I helped make a lot of stuff I'm really proud of still to this day. Yeah, and I feel like I just need to get back into doing weird shit that I'm proud of. I need to calibrate and be like, I'm making too much corporate shit and shovelware for YouTube, and I'm not making cool stuff that I want to show people a year on. Like, I make these and I'm not showing anybody these. I'm not like, oh, I'm real proud of this. Like, fuck, look at me talk to the fucking camera. So yeah, it's just, it's about, that's it. That's the solution. I have found the solution. So thank you for listening. Is that I know I need to balance, but at the same time, it's like, I still need to be making the money to pay the bills, to pay off the medical bills, to pay off the credit cards, making cool shit. It doesn't take money, but it does take time. So I don't know. I guess I don't. It's like I just need to finish the things. See, it goes back to that. It's like I just need to finish this, and then I can do Y. And then it's like as soon as you finish, you have another thing that comes along. It's like, wait a second, do this first. So I guess really what it is I need to start carving out time to make weird shit, to make fun shit, to make cool shit, to just be weird. And I, at the same time, need to carve out time to make these. Not because they pay the bills, but because they keep me fucking sane. This channel has kept me sane over the last 2 years, and thank you so much for those of you who have been around. I think I probably would have really lost it if I didn't have this channel. So, I'm really happy about that. I'm really grateful. And I don't know. I'm grateful. I have a lot of cool things are happening in my life, and I think I need to focus on that. I always come back to that idea of like, I need to practice more gratitude. And so, yeah, so, okay, takeaways from this. Balance. I need to make weird shit again. I need to get back into making weird shit. And I just need to make more stuff, including weird shit. That's kind of the takeaway? Is that the balance? To make more things, take I'm making things. Make weird shit. God, this might be stupid, but I think that was a phrase I used to use all the time when I was shooting weddings. I was like, this might be a terrible idea, but let's try this. And, you know, about 80% of the time it would actually turn out pretty cool. So, I think I just need to start saying that again, because it works. So apparently all of my bad ideas can sometimes be good ideas. So yeah, so that's what I got today. I hope you're doing well. I hope, I don't know, hopefully that message resonates with you and you got something out of this circular talk. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. That's all I can say. And if you're not doing well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And I think the way for us to do it is to make more weird shit, to follow our bad ideas, and to practice gratitude. That's what I got for you. And just make more stuff. Just start putting shit out. You don't have to show people stuff, but just make it for yourself, for your own sanity. Because fuck, like, you look at all the shit that's going on. You know, I don't even have to say exactly where shit's going on. Shit everywhere. It's like, push that out. Get off the internet. Go make something. Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy. That's all I got for you. So, have a good one. I'll see you next time.